Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Power running by Zeke. Still shedding tackles. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now Elliott. There he goes again. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check the hot read. Check 31. Check 31.
On second down, it's Elliott. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Prescott now. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Lets this one rip toward Graham. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On second down now, it's Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. At 21 yards there as they convert on third. A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 45 on second down, Rodgers complete to Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here we go with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams as the first half is winding down as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. On first down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st down, Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. He's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This will be fielded at the 6. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Shift! Watch the shift! Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.